Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Shift Happens. So today I'm talking to Beata, who I have had the privilege to know for a few months now. She is, in my eyes, very young. She's only 34, but my God, she is so wise. She has got such a wise soul. So I'm really looking forward to sharing a bit of Beata with you all today. So let's have a chat and find out how she became so wise. So you'll probably notice, guys, that I'm on my own today. Oh, I've got my my right hand person. My other half is not here. Kerry has ponies, horses, and one of them's not very well today. So she was unable to join us. So we're sending lots of loving energy to Jack, Kerry's pony. So hi, Beata.
Hello, Paula.
And thank you so much for coming to talk to us today.
You're welcome.
So tell us a little bit about Beata.
Oh.
Where Beata comes from. Yeah, because it's not a name that's common here in the UK. And then let's talk a little bit about how you became so wise.
Okay. So I'm from Slovakia, so it's Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up. I was born and grew up there. Left when I was 21. So it's a couple of years. It's gonna be more than 13 years. I'm not living in my country, which feels also very short, but also a lot of things happened in that 13 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is it, isn't it?
And then I think like how I become wise, just life.
Yeah.
Life just teaching me lesson after the lesson.
Yeah. Mind you, I think the key thing there is learning from the lesson.
Yeah.
Because I think life throws lesson after lesson after lesson at all of us. Mm-hmm. The key or the wisdom comes from learning from those lessons.
Yes. And we don't learn first time, second time, third time, sometimes 100 times later. You still don't learn.
Exactly.
Been there many times.
Yeah, exactly.
And going into the loops of what is.
Yeah.
But also I think what is life teaching us or teaching me personally is to take that self-responsibility for everything what's happening in my life and not seeing it as life is against me, but life is here for me, navigating me and showing me which way to navigate my human life.
My sentiments entirely, but it took me a lot longer than it did you to realise it. So, Beata, when did you first leave Slovakia then?
So I left when I was 21. Mm-hmm. So I left because I was searching how to actually leave the country. And we didn't have money. I didn't have any money. So the best way how to leave was what Google told me. Yeah, was to become a tour guide. So I left and went to Turkey. It was not planned. I didn't have a vision to go to Turkey. I actually really didn't care where I would go. I just let life to like show me where to go. And there I appeared.
Wow. And how long were you in Turkey for?
3 years.
That is brave.
Yeah.
It is brave.
Or stupid.
How did your family feel?
My family, they kind of, not like let's say struggle, but I would say that all my life choices are very unusual.
Okay.
What you would say in normal society, what especially the 90s I grew up. And so there is definitely a lot of comprehension towards anything I do, which is said with love.
Yes, with love. Yeah. So basically what you're saying is if any one of the children were going to do it, it was going to be Beata.
I'm oldest.
Yeah.
So exactly. But it's beautiful to see that also my sister now is following her own path. My brothers who are very young still, they are slowly also realizing that the world is way bigger than just in Slovakia, and the world is way bigger than what we just perceive by two eyes.
Absolutely. So tell me about Turkey.
Yeah, so that was one of the toughest lessons, I think. Toughest lessons because I was very young, reckless, naive. Bless me, honestly. But there was a lot of trauma being perceived wherever I would go. All my car accidents, losing my life almost a couple of times, losing money, a lot of tough lessons. And actually, it was just the messages for me to move a different direction. But it took me 3 years to actually really listen.
3 years? I mean, 3 years in a lifetime's nothing. But actually, when you're living it, 3 years seems like quite a while, doesn't it? Yeah. So what's the biggest thing then? What's the biggest thing that you took from Turkey, and where did that take you?
So there's a lot of big things I think I took from Turkey, and I think I'm going to be processing it all my life.
Yeah.
But now,
sounds a bit traumatic.
but now I would say like really knowing who I am.
Yeah.
Because that time I didn't, or I didn't remember who I am, and I let other people to treat me the way I don't deserve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we're all guilty of that, aren't we? But how did you learn? I think that's the key thing, that how did you learn? Because so many people just don't. They become victims of other people and allow people to treat them badly for the whole of their life.
Well, it took me another 10 years after that. Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. And it's... After that, there was a lot of more tough lessons. And I would say that life will present you with the level 1. So the Turkey was, let's say, level 10. And then 10 years later, I still went through level 1,000,000 in a different version of that. And you're just repeating the same pattern and seeing through the pattern. And then just dissolving the pattern and reprogramming myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 years in Turkey. Mm-hmm. So who left Turkey?
Who left Turkey?
Yeah, who left Turkey?
Oh, that's a really interesting question. Who left Turkey? It was a girl who believed that actually there is way bigger world again, and maybe the way of suffering is not the path. And I think that was exactly who left, because I suffered so much. And I'm not diminishing my suffering, but there was a lot of just trauma happening all the time. And I remember I woke up and I was like, I don't think this is it. And maybe offering service somewhere would actually open the doors into more peaceful life.
Yeah. And how old? So what were you? 24?
Yeah, something like that.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So where did you go?
So I went to Bodh Gaya, where Buddha attained enlightenment in India, and I spent around a year, I think, volunteering in a Buddhist center. Yeah.
I love that. You went to a Buddhist. So you went. Okay. Yeah. So tell me about that. That must have been an amazing experience.
So firstly, I had no clue where I was.
Yeah.
I again just Googled volunteering Buddhist monastery India, and then it was the first what came on Google. I messaged them, I would love to volunteer, and I didn't know what Bodh Gaya is. I didn't know that that's where Buddha attained enlightenment. That's exactly when he was sitting under the Bodhi tree. I had no clue. I learned, I think, 3 weeks when I was already living there. After that, I was like, whoa, amazing. I had no idea. So I came with a lot of, not naivety, but I never really questioned. And I don't, even now, I'm not that much a researcher of the places I go, even if it means like I'm moving somewhere for such a long time. I let just life to navigate me and show me where to go. And I was very skeptical. I'm not the person who completely immediately believe into the prayer. And for months I was questioning, so if you want to help somebody, why you meditate? You just can give money to the beggars. Yeah. That was literally very basic question. I was like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. But that deep questioning actually showed me that I don't have to be ashamed if I don't believe in something, or if I don't confine in one version of somebody's truth. Yeah, because I have my own version of the truth.
Yeah, exactly. And it sounds as if you weren't afraid to speak your truth either, and ask the questions. Yeah. Because I think it's in asking the questions that we learn.
Yes, and it got me also in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really got me in a lot of trouble. So now I'm more wise, and I'm asking right question to right people. Yeah. Not just blubbering around all the time. My vision, my versions of the truth, which are also just half truth, because it's only my version.
Yeah. So tell me about some of your experiences in the Buddhist monastery. So, and how did you live? If you were volunteering and living, were you in the monastery? I'm fascinated by the life and how they lived.
So again, it is not as we imagined it would be. You know, for me personally, and I think that's what I learned later on in my life, that we are all humans.
Yep.
And humans have their stuff.
Yeah.
In the most beautiful way, you know, so that the humanness as well is very present in these centers. And I think that's the beauty of what it is, because we are humans. Yeah. And there is this deep study, and I learned so much from teachings of Tibetan Buddhism. But as well, for me, I stepped away from it because it was not exactly the whole truth, what I believed is truth for me. So,
what was that incongruence, do you think? What did you take from it? And then what
I took the prayers, like I would say, the mantras which I use till now, the mantras which I repeated so many times, especially when I was scared, when I was worried about my life, when I was worried about money. And these prayers really are ingrained inside of me. So even they would enter my dreams. So this is the main part what I took. And the beauty, because I really admire all the artwork of Tibetan Buddhism and how rich they are and how abundant they are. Because for me, that represents the abundance of what life is.
I like
and
that.
what the universe is. Yeah. So I took the best for me.
For you, and that's what it's about, isn't it? And what do you think is the power of a mantra? That's something that I don't do, actually, use mantras, but I often think about it.
So I would say, especially the mantras, for me personally, they are these ancient languages, and don't take this what I'm saying for the face value. It's just my perspective, how I see this. But there are these ancient languages which are direct codes of the universe being translated through the sounds.
Yes.
And the sounds is the frequency and vibration, and the repetition of that vibration and the frequency inside of you, even if you don't say it aloud, but even if you repeat it in your mind, but especially when you repeat it through the words and through the frequency of spoken word, then it's these codes which are being used to reprogram everything what is inside of you. That's how I perceive a mantra. And for example, Om Mani Padme Hum, which is mantra of compassion, that's the mantra which I had, especially when I feel I'm in a dangerous situation, or I'm being scared, or I have nightmares, and these mantras would enter. So it is literally weaving a protection around your spirit and around you as a human, and calling in that goodness and calling in that light in a lot of darkness in the world. Yeah,
it's working with frequency again, isn't it? The thing that I love so much about this and talking to people, there's all these different modalities and all these different beliefs, but fundamentally what is at the root of everything is frequency and energy.
And we can feel it.
Yeah. I'm going goosey now saying that to you. It's, it's that resonance, isn't it? So I'm going to have a look. In fact, I might ask you when we're finished here now, just for one, one little thing to practice. Okay, so it's the artwork, which you like to create some artwork yourself, don't you?
Yes.
Do you think that was inspired from the Buddhist workings?
I think my artwork and everything what I do, the way I live my life, it's through the cocktail of everything what I experienced through my life. Yeah. And that is through very inspiring podcasts, listening podcasts, but also going into and taking from the Turkey's experience, from my film industry times, through being in the Amazon forest, to every single thing what I do. Because I traveled a lot. I lived in a lot of different countries. But what is happening, I'm weaving all the experiences together and weaving my own reality. And creating my own reality.
Which is, it just blows my mind, Beata, this does, about you, because, and this is why I'm constantly saying to you, you're so wise for someone so young, because we all do that, but we do it without realising it. People do not understand that we have the power to create our own reality by taking the lessons, the good things, the good experiences, the love, and as you say, weaving it all together, because that's what our life is. It's just a weaving. I love that terminology as well, of everything we've taken
Yeah.
And for some people, it's just pure sadness and blame and, you know, but for you, it's just these learnings from every experience.
Yeah.
So let's time jump to the next one. So no, let's ask first. So what's the biggest things do you think that you took from that experience? Because it was obviously the polar opposite to Turkey.
Mm-hmm. My biggest experience, the beauty of community.
Yeah.
The beauty of the prayer
Yeah.
and how prayer is powerful. Even I know that there is a lot of skepticism around the world, around the prayer, but the power of the prayer is something what can really shift and transmute anything.
Yeah. I believe that. I think that's really, really beautiful because, again, it's frequency, isn't it? If you've got, the more people you've got, you know, repeating the same thing or meditating on the same thing.
Yeah, and it's also creating that harmony.
Yes.
And from that inner harmony, creating the outer harmony.
Yeah. And everyone feels that, whether they realise it or not. You know, that just like spreads throughout humanity, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All of that goodness. It's lovely. So now we can see Beata starting to... So where next? A year in a Buddhist monastery. So what's our time jump to now?
Time jump. I mean, there was a time when I used to claim that I'm working in the film industry, and it was this badge of honor I created for myself.
Yeah.
Which now, 3 years later, I find really adorable.
So did you go to the film industry straight after...
there was a bit of like dilly-dallying around the world.
Yeah.
And but then I remember it was Sunday, 12 o'clock. I was living in Budapest in Hungary.
Yeah.
And I binge-watched Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
And I had this idea, let's work in the film industry.
Oh, I just love it.
And I Googled it again.
What did Google say this time?
Yeah, how to work in the film industry.
Sorry, she just like, Google it, guys. Google it. That's the answer.
Yes, it's very much so. I never studied it. I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
And I moved to UK. That's how I came to UK. So for 6 years, I worked my ass off.
I love it. So tell me, what does it take to work in the film industry, and what happened?
I have no clue how I've done it, to be honest.
You manifested it, girl, didn't you?
Yeah, I have no... honestly, people are asking me like how I've done it. I don't know. I was focused.
Yeah.
I was focused.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to get. And it took me 6 years. And then I quit it.
Sorry, I can't stop laughing because she's just...
It's funny.
She's so...
Yeah.
Wisely nutty, and that's just that's just fab. So, okay, you're in the film industry, which is a complete opposite from being in a Buddhist monastery for a while. So, what was it like? So, did you work your way up through it? Did you just spend 6 years? So
no, I worked my way up from making teas and coffees 24 hours, 7 days weekly, literally, for quite a while. Yeah. Very humbling experience.
Yeah.
And then slowly, I got to small productions and then bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I, at the end, got to Apple TV. And I was working on the show, which was quite big. I was so fulfilled. I felt so fulfilled when I got the job. Yeah. But as well, a couple of months into it, that happiness started to dissolve. Because why I did it was proving that maybe to becoming the best Slovakian in the world or in the whole universe. To show, I don't know, my grandparents, like, look at me, that I made it. I made it somewhere where I was thinking this is what I'm supposed to make, and that also I really tested the idea that money makes you happy.
Yes, exactly.
I tested it completely. That status is something what is going to fulfill you, but I put myself into that extreme to realize it's not true.
No, and why? Why isn't it true?
because I was just really unhappy inside of me.
Yeah.
That was it. And I didn't even know the extent of pain I carried around. And that's why I quit it.
Yeah. So when you say you understand that money doesn't buy you happiness, really, how do you really know that as a person? You know, what happened to make you believe that? Because it's a real solid belief that you're expressing there. You know, and most people would argue against that.
Yeah, and I would argue against that as well. You know, I'm like, it's from the human perspective. It's for in our minds, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, in our human perspective of what is, it's very much like, this is what you do. You're born, you work hard, then you get money, you buy a house. This is supposed to make you safe. This is supposed to make you mean something. You get a family, you get a car, you get a job. All of everything lined up.
Yeah.
And that's how we grew up to believe that this is what is gonna make us adults. But then you get to that age, and I know that I'm very young, but still I got to my 30s, and none of that is true.
No.
None of that. Everything what I was told as a kid, as a child in our school system, in Eastern Europe school system as well, it's very questionable.
Yeah.
Of what the children are being taught. And then you really experience your life and you realize that you are not prepared at all to actually for life.
Yeah.
And that's the sad and also very painful thing to realize, that everything what you've been taught as a child, it's actually not true.
No.
And again, I would repeat myself, life is way bigger what we think it could be and what is possible.
Absolutely.
And also it is okay to change your mind again and again and again and again.
Of course. And actually that's a really powerful thing to say, because again, there'll be people that resonate with that, that stay stuck in life that they're not happy with because they're afraid.
Yeah.
But actually, sometimes you have to create space for new things to come in, and it's always wonderful.
And it is scary
and beautiful, but it is scary, isn't it? And it's pushing past that fear, and not everybody can do that.
No, I mean, like, to jump from the cliff to unknown, I've done it plenty of times, and it's not easier.
No.
Even if you repeat it so many times. Yeah. And I really restructured myself and restructured my life so many times.
Yeah.
In my life, and each time it's tough, but so worthy.
Exactly.
So
exactly. It is. You know, I can totally relate to that. You know, I really can relate to that, and it is tough, but it's exciting at the same time.
Yeah. And also, it's not boring,
isn't it? Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to dig in here for a little snippet about the movie industry. You know, what is it, do you think, that makes it so tough?
Long hours.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, that's very going to very basics, but enormous amount of pressure.
Yeah.
On people who are working in this industry, and I have so much love. Yeah. For creation and for art, but for me, I didn't have time for anything else, just work.
Yeah.
And it was making me unhappy. And I understand that other people might feel that this is enough or this is what works for them, but it didn't work for me.
No.
And especially the rigid system, very much military-like approach to work, where my spirit felt very constricted.
Yeah, trapped.
Yeah. Trapped.
Yeah.
You know, and all the beauty and all the golden fluff around it. Yes, it looks beautiful. It looks like a mirage of what means to achieve something, but that's what it is. It's a mirage.
Do you know what's just landed in my head? All that glitters is not gold.
No.
That's saying.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
I imagine people aren't very kind to each other.
No. That's really, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And I was one of them.
Yeah.
I was, I also definitely was not the person I'm right now. And it was coming from the exhaustion, pressure, and deep unfulfillment.
You have to play the game, don't
Yes.
you? And the one thing that I always say, hurt people hurt people. When you're hurting, we just project it out.
Yeah.
We just project it. So I'm getting excited now to know what happened. Yeah. So Beatta's decided, no, my soul needs something else. So actually, no, first, before we move on, what, because I imagine that the learnings then were really profound and have kind of modelled or shaped how you live your life now.
Yes.
Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And so what were they, those?
It brought I think that especially with me working in the film industry, it showed me what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
And because coming from Eastern Europe, never studied it, didn't know one person in UK, literally, who was working in the industry, created. And
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. What a great analogy, isn't it? Wow. Brazil and the Amazon forest. I mean, that's a dream of mine. And you've done it and lived it. So, yeah, tell me about the Amazon forest. I mean, that just,
I know. I'm very blessed that I spent many months there, and I'm still spending months there every year.
Yeah.
So my journey was not straightforward. It was the Mother Earth and the Amazon forest called me into a deeper knowing of myself.
Yeah.
And my connection to the Amazon forest is through the tribe, which calls the Awanawa tribe. So I'm very closely connected to them. They are my really good friends, the people I work with. They are my family.
Yeah.
And I spent months there at the beginning and going deeper and deeper and deeper into what does it mean to be human, and what does it mean to actually live this human experience. And as well, really going directly through every single emotion there was, the good one and the bad one.
So you hear a lot, don't you, about people that, they'll take a holiday and they go to Peru, the Amazon, wherever, whatever part it is, and spend 2 weeks, and they'll take the plant medicines. But you've spent months and months and months. I mean, this is on a completely different level. Now, I'm making an assumption now that you have had a journey with plant medicines.
Yes.
With that, But talk me through that. To spend, I mean, first of all, to have a connection with an Indigenous tribe is just out there, completely out there. People just go on retreat, don't they? For a couple of weeks. So to have that connection in itself is just such a blessing. But to take a journey, with plant medicine over a long period of time is transformative.
It is.
I'm assuming.
It is.
As
It is. And this journey was a very personal journey for me. And the amount and extent of how deep I went into my own self, I don't even have words to explain it. More it's the feeling and the frequency and the harmony of my experience and the connection to the Amazon forest and Mother Earth. I am the Mother Earth. We are the Mother Earth. And all these plants are the gifts of the Mother Earth. For us to connect deeper into what is. And for every single person is completely different. So my journey was one of the toughest journeys I've ever done. I think this life is the toughest journey I've ever done, to be honest, if I'm being so kind of light-hearted around the human experience. But what these medicines and what these plants showed me was the layers and layers and layers of how unconsciously I was living my life.
Yes.
And showing me into the deeper remembrance of my soul, spirit, whatever we call it, that remembrance beyond of this human life, beyond of, again, what we perceive with our human eyes, and beyond of what we can even comprehend with our brain. Because the vastness of infinitum, the vastness of what really is out there, we have no clue.
I know.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And all this journey, it's that deeper acceptance of who I am, acceptance of my humanity, acceptance of being in this body, and also knowing that I will never know.
Yeah, no, that's it, isn't it? The more you know,
The less you know, actually.
the less you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. So you didn't just rock up, knock on a door of the Yao Now and say, "Hi, I'm Beata. I've come to live with you for 3 years," or whatever. So how did that happen?
So the Yawanawa name, I kept hearing it around before I even met them.
Yeah.
It was very much, I just loved how it sounded. It was literally singing into my soul, that name. And I didn't know who it was. I didn't know what they were doing. I just heard the name. And then I was like, okay, just pushed it somewhere into background of my subconscious. And then after my first trip, when I went to visit a Hunikoin tribe, so that was my first time when I was in the Amazon forest. And then out of nowhere appeared this opportunity to go to the Yawanawa village for their festival for New Year's Eve.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I went.
Yeah, of course.
And I remember when I entered the village and when we had our first ceremonies, something just sank to the heart so deeply, and I had such an enormous amount of joy and celebration, and especially that inner child recognition that life is not so bad. And I think that was the first keys, that joy.
Wow.
That joy, and because through their language and through their prayers, I could feel the joy of the Amazon forest and the joy of the nature and the joy of the trees. And for me, my perspective is that the nature is all good.
Yes.
She's like, it's not so serious. It's not so serious. And I think we as humans take our life so seriously.
Yeah.
So that was my first connection to just feeling really good.
And you would, why wouldn't you? Let's
exactly.
have some more. Yeah.
When you get the glimpse of like real joy and real celebration and really feeling good about yourself, it's a good addiction.
Yeah. Absolutely. So what's the bridge then between, because they are your family now. I mean, I know that you have a beautiful connection with them. So did you just say, I'm not leaving, so you're stuck with me?
No, it was a very complex journey.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of different pathways to actually the right path to appear for me.
Yeah.
And the right path, which I'm walking right now, is in a deep resonance of who I am, the resonance of my work, and the resonance how I do this work, from the beauty, harmony, integrity, love, joy, but as well honoring that we are humans.
Yeah. And I think that's really important, isn't it? Because, we think about, especially in an Indigenous tribe, and we forget that they're humans. We can kind of, godify, if that's a word. I don't know. Somebody tell me if
Jesus
it's not.
like figures.
Yeah, exactly. We do though, don't we?
I've done it as well.
And it's like you say, we're all human beings with stuff. It doesn't matter where you are. I think the beauty of it though is the connection that these tribes have with our beautiful Mother Earth.
Yes.
So how has it changed your connection?
To Mother Earth.
To Mother Earth, yeah, and spending time in the...
Yeah. So for me, especially when I was a child, I used to play a lot in the forest, in the rivers, building tree houses. Then I got to my teenage years and it became this hippie thing of like hugging the trees.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not a hippie, So I really become very skeptical of nature.
Yeah.
Very, very skeptical for many, many years. I couldn't see the beauty what was in front of me through my own disconnection to myself. So now the connection is being revealed, but more deeper, more real. Really seeing that the Mother Earth is here for us. And we are the extension of the Mother Earth. And feminine entity, the Amazon forest, the nature, me as a female in this life, what I see that the Mother Earth is showing us how to be in our full power.
And what do you mean by that? How to be in our full power?
Unapologetically me. And when it needs to be firm, I'm firm. When I navigate the life in the way that it's not filtered through what I think I should be doing.
Yeah. Living unconsciously, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
It's and what about your connection with Mother Earth and what she provides for you? How do you fulfill that need now?
I mean, she has my back.
Yeah.
It's quite simple. It's like it's a Mother Earth, so we are we the children of the earth? All of us. Yeah. So we have the ultimate mother. She always has our back. Just go for a walk, in nature. Like just trust, the deeper meaning that we don't know it all.
Yeah.
And there is something beyond of our comprehension, what is unfolding on the earth.
Yeah.
And I think that was the crucial realization for me, that it's not up to me to save anything. It's not up to me to save the world. It's not up to me to save the universe. It's not up to me to save anyone. That we are all part of a bigger, massive weaving of what is, which I don't know what is.
Exactly. It is so profound. I think for me, the Amazon has always called me, and then when I met you, I was just overjoyed, to be in the presence of somebody who knows, who experiences it, and that's wonderful for me. So, I hope to start the journey, but what makes me sad, and in some respects, I think I've no right to be sad about this because I don't understand it yet and I haven't connected, and so maybe in a couple of years' time I'll look back and go, no, you didn't have no right to be sad, Paula. But that some of the medicines, or I'm going to say all, Mother Nature provides everything we need, as you say. Yes. She provides the medicine, and in fact most pharma medications are created and derivatives from nature, from medicines from nature. How do the Yawanawa, because that's the, so I'm not going to talk collectively about Indigenous tribes, let's say the Yawanawa, how do they bring the medicines into their everyday life? Because it is their everyday life, it is about that connection, isn't it? And I think that the sad part for me is that Western culture, we see them as a psychedelic or something that's just going to take us on this little trip for however long. And it is just so much more than that, isn't it? It makes me go goosey to say that. And I am saying that from somebody who doesn't know yet.
So firstly, I would say that for me personally, when I hear all of this skepticism, all of the bad reviews, I think that's nice ways to say it. And all of that negative perspective towards the plants and towards what is Mother Earth offering, it breaks my heart.
I can understand.
It breaks
that.
my heart. But equally, it opens my heart very deeply. So on yes, one side, it's heartbreaking, but on the other side, it's exactly the direct mirror to my own connection to the plants and to the Amazon forest. So my perspective on all of this negativity, it's my choice how I choose to see it. And I'm choosing it to see it as a beautiful mirror for my own remembrance. Because I know. And with the deep knowing,
you can reflect that back out, can't you? The energy of that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And the only thing what I can do is to walk the path from that integrity. And to speak into my own experience. And not as somebody teaching anyone, not as somebody showing you should do it this way or you should do that or not that. No, just walking the path from my own experience. And I think that resonates beyond of words. And that's going back what we talk, the frequency. Because at the end, it's all frequency. And that harmony, that inner harmony, it's being rippled out through so many beautiful people I got to know through this work, so many beautiful people I got to know through connection with the Yawanawas, through connection to the Amazon forest, and at the end to the connection to the Mother Earth, because we are all on this earth.
Well, this is it, isn't it? It's all about healing, healing Mother Earth. So do you experience with the Yawanawas their journey with the medicines in from a cultural perspective and how they use them on an everyday basis, really, in everyday life?
So yes, it is very weaved into their culture. It's very weaved into their weekly rituals, routine, I would say. I don't know, maybe routine doesn't really cover that word, but they also are in this part of remembrance, their own wisdom. Because, as I said, they are humans and they also went through their own traumas. And especially being Indigenous in this world, in the past, they didn't have access to what we have access, even being in the Western world or Eastern Europe or wherever I'm from. So they are also in this path of remembrance of their own language, of their own prayers, of their own beauty, and of their own culture.
Which is a beautiful thing, isn't it? And in some respects, they are holding that resonance for the whole world, or for everyone that hasn't remembered yet. That gratitude is still going back, to Mother Earth.
And being just in their village with all that beauty, with all that birds you can hear, with all the trees just chilling.
Oh my God, my husband Craig would be in absolute heaven. I don't think he would come home, actually.
Ever.
No, I don't. He did a run once in Peru, across the rainforest in Peru. And it's really tough going. It's an ultra run, for a week. It's really hard. It makes me feel ill just to think about it. And one day he phoned me distraught, and Craig doesn't cry. He was absolutely on his knees, so upset, drained, felt ill. He couldn't keep anything down. And I was really worried about him. So then I got a phone call in the middle of the night from him. And I snatched the phone up straight away because I thought, oh, my God, he's out of the race or something terrible's happened. And he's like, Paula, I've just woke up. I found some frogs. And I'm like, you've just woke me up in a state of anxiety to tell me you've found some frogs in the forest when you should be. But he bounced back that quickly, and it just brought him so much joy. So much joy. He loves it. He loves being in the... I don't know whether is it a jungle? What's the difference between a jungle and a forest? Am I not allowed to
Amazon
say?
forest. I don't know. Like jungle, I found like really strange name. I don't know why. I think it's because of the Guns N' Roses "Welcome to the Jungle" or something.
Do you think so? Because I thought
I prefer to say Amazon forest. Yeah, it is. It is.
It's still the same thing. Because I thought, are they two different?
No.
things?
It's the same thing. I just don't know. Just the resonance of the jungle. It's kind of brings me to my childhood. You know, like a Jungle Book or whatever.
Yeah, because I have wondered that. I'm glad I've asked that question because I have wondered why. I thought it was a jungle, but it's not. It's a forest. It's the Amazon forest, and it's huge. It's huge. They have snakes and all kinds of
spiders.
Really big. How do you navigate all of that? Coming from Europe, how do you navigate all of those creatures?
Well, is it like what you don't like? What eyes don't see, the heart doesn't hurt, or something like that?
Yeah.
That's my approach.
Yeah, exactly.
Just trying not to see anything.
Exactly. Yeah. So, where do you go from now?
So that's really interesting. Not even interesting, beautiful question, because I really feel that there is a massive chapter closing for me, 34 years of my life. And we had a conversation today when I feel that this is like a subtitles to the great movie.
Yeah.
The movie with ending which was very unexpected. I would never expect when this movie started, when I was born, that it's going to be finishing this way. And now I'm really looking forward to the beginning of the next movie.
Yeah.
The life of Beata too.
Watch out, guys, because Beata might be knocking on your door. I'm coming to stay.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward. So I'm leaving back to the Amazon forest in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I think when this episode will come up, I'm already going to be there.
Yes.
And then I'm entering my next diet.
Yes.
So I'm going to be 1 month in isolation. After the beautiful festival, we have a beautiful group of people coming, celebrations. And then I'm entering my second 1 month diet.
So what does that mean, actually? Because I know over the last few months when you've mentioned that, I thought that you were on a special diet, but it is so much
spiritual
more than
diet.
That. It's a spiritual diet.
Yes.
So just explain what that is.
So in the Yawanawa culture, so each indigenous tribe has a different way how they are working with their plant medicines. So in the Yawanawa culture, this diet I'm going to do. So it is 1 month without water, without food. You drink a kaitsuma, which is the corn drink. So you have a little bit of sustenance every day. And then for first 15 days, I think you have a bowl of plantain, of banana. So your body is becoming very weak, but your spirit is becoming stronger. So I really feel that it's necessity for me right now because I also feel that I'm quite depleted by giving, by being in service, by doing everything what I do, and I wish for myself to really go in and focus on myself truly and fully, without phones, without internet, without any disruption of other people as well, and like being just me. My beautiful friends, because I'm doing it with 2 of my really, really good friends. But it's necessary, and that's where the next beginning of the new movie is starting.
It is, isn't it? That is a test of spiritual strength.
Yes.
Isn't it? I mean, some people can't even cope with their phone for a half a day.
Yeah.
You know,
and I was surprised.
Phone,
I struggle.
You know? So for a whole month, but with no water, and so do you take plant medicines whilst you're on this? It's almost like a
So and that's the study. So that's the study, but as well the studying of the prayers, studying of the a lot of different plant medicines, because you have sahape, you have sananga, you have the medicine of smoke, you have the medicine of prayer, music. So for me, it's going to be going deeper into the studying of the language, studying of the prayers, learning more prayers to play on the guitar, and as well focusing on my own creations outside of this world, outside of the Amazon forest, outside of the Yawanawa culture. So that's really, really important for me as well.
Yeah. What an honor. What an honor to, I mean, I'm a bit lost for words, to be honest. I mean, that is such an incredible thing. And you have already done it once, haven't you?
Yes.
How was that experience?
It was the best decision I ever made in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you think it changed you? Or
Completely,
do you think it changed you?
completely.
In what way?
So I start to really see the benefits a year and a half later, because the medicine and all this journey and life literally stripped me away of anything what is not in resonance of the purity and the harmony. And it was a really tough process. But now I can say, like, thank God for that.
Wow. I mean, you can't come out of something.
Yes.
I mean, it's a bit of a make or break, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
well, I think life is make or break as well, you know? You can either just be like, this doesn't fucking work, you know? Or just like roll with it as it is, you know? So.
Exactly. But I mean, you are just faced with yourself. For so many people, that is their worst nightmare.
It is the worst nightmare. It is, because you are just dealing with your own shit. Say it very bluntly.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it.
And that's it.
That's the truth.
That's it. All the fears, all the struggles, all the traumas, all the judgments you have towards other people, all the insecurities when you feel that you are not loved, nobody loves you, you are the worst person in the whole universe. Yeah, all of that. To realize that actually it's in your head.
Yeah.
It's not even real.
Exactly. What the fuck?
It's not,
Beata. So the point of this for the Yawanawas, does everybody do this, or is it no? So why do they do it? Has it got anything to do with? They don't call them shamans in the Yawanawa.
They call them pages.
Pages.
And I cannot, from my own experience, I cannot really talk into that because I'm not that knowledgeable. Towards what does it mean to be page, because I just don't know. You know, I think for me, because the diets, it's starting with 1 month, but then you have 3 months, then you have 6 months, then you have 1 year. So only the people who done the 1 year can actually relate to that. And I'm like, with my 1 month and another month, I'm like very tiny little. First, like, you know, I don't know anything. And I'm okay with that. So I cannot really speak into that because only they can. But it's very cultural thing, going deeper and deeper and deeper into the connection to the Amazon forest and connection to the mother again, and connecting to what is, but everybody has a different perspective. And also what I want to express, I'm connecting deeply through their culture to the wisdom of the Yawanawa people, but there's so much beauty outside of all of that, because with 8 billion people on the earth, we all connect with the different things. And I think at the end it's like finding your own cocktail, what works for you.
Absolutely.
And none of that it's the whole truth. It's the pieces of the truth, and then you mix it together, and then you have your own truth, you know, which is my truth at the end, you know, and this works for me, but doesn't mean that it works for everybody else.
And what a beautiful truth. What a beautiful truth. And I think for me, the way that I see that is it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you can make peace with yourself. And find to get to the point where you've got your own back. Because that makes then there's a strength. And you can, I'm always doing that. You can just get out there and live your life. And feel and taste and enjoy and be, and, you know, you've got solid foundations, haven't you?
And that's that. And now I can say that I have a glimpses
Yes.
of the true peacefulness.
Yeah.
And they are glimpses.
Yeah.
Because I still have, who knows, another 50 years to go.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe 60. I hope that I will live to 100. You know, but yet, like, also the joking aside, and also it is a joke. You know, at the end, like, it's the laughter and the joy what is making it all a little bit easier.
Yes.
But yes, that's at the end for me personally. It was that inner safety and that inner peacefulness. And my biggest wish for my life is to be peaceful with everything what is. Yeah. Because then it's fine.
It is. It doesn't matter then, does it?
So,
like you say,
yeah, because
it doesn't matter. Well, what a pleasure it is to talk to you. I could talk to you forever, and luckily I'm able to do that now, but I won't be able to until you're back from your diet. So,
Wow.
So, Beata, let's just finish on, I want to really feel into who Beata is. You know, who is Beata now? Because I know she's a weaving of everything that's happened up until this point, literally, because we've just gone, fast all through
34 years of my life.
So, but how has it shaped you? What do you really believe? What's in your soul now?
What is in my soul now? I keep saying that for me, I really wish for, or I'm very simplistic in the way I live my life. What I truly care about is to live in harmony of what is, have a great people around me, have a great house, have a great bed, eat great food, have fun, real fun, joy, enjoying what is this human experience, with enjoying what we can experience on this earth, and that could be completely crazy journey to wherever, or it just can be a nice dinner with a friend.
Exactly.
So for me, I'm exploring my humanity and being grounded into what does it mean to be human every day, more and more and more. And with that grounding allows me to go beyond and experience very expansive, I don't want to say visions, but travels through plant medicines, through dreams, astral travel.
We didn't even get on.
I know
astral travel,
that's gonna be completely different episode.
Well,
but
I think when you've completed your diet as well. So when you're next back, I think we have to get you back because there's so much more, isn't there, to talk about?
We're a human taster. But like I said, I'm a human.
Yes, you are. And what are you going to leave people with? What bit of advice do you think would you give to people? Be you.
I know it sounds maybe a little bit cliche to a lot of people, but actually it's not so serious.
Yeah.
And I'm telling it to myself. It's not so serious as it looks like in your head.
Yeah.
Enjoy, because we have a couple of years on this earth. It's all gonna go.
Yeah.
Sooner or later. Enjoy food. Food is really great.
Yeah.
Enjoy laughter. Enjoy being with friends, with the people you love. Make space for people who really sees you.
Yeah.
The people who really resonate with who you are. And especially as a woman, I would say don't tolerate any abuse.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's that.
Yeah.
We are valuable because without us, nothing exists.
Exactly.
That's just it.
It is.
And
it is,
that's
isn't
that's that.
Yeah. And what would you say if anybody wanted to contact you, are they able to?
Yes.
If anybody wanted to come and see, you know, the Yawan Hours
or any other
experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm quite active on my Instagram.
Yeah.
So it is Soul of Woman Official. So you can find me on my on the Instagram when I share what I do in the Amazon forest, but as well share anything else what I do.
Yeah.
And my life is very rich.
Yes.
And I enjoy the work with Yawanawas equally as I enjoy not to work with them.
Exactly. We've got another few episodes, haven't we?
Yes.
To talk about. So all of your details will be underneath the podcast, the video on YouTube anyway. Thank you so much for talking to me. It's been an absolute pleasure. It really has.
It was really lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for trusting my work.
Yes, which I do. I'm hoping to come out to the Amazon forest.
It's happening.
Yes, I am.